Hi friends, my name is JVK from Edutech and I'm going to discuss something about the trigonometry. What is the basic meaning of the trigonometry? What we can learn from the trigonometry? Let us. Trigonometry. Here we have two words in a single word. The first word is trigon. The first word is trigonon. Means a triangle. A triangle. And second word is metron. Second word is metron. The metron means a measure. A measure. Therefore, the trigonometry is just nothing but measurement of a triangle. So what we have in the triangle? Angles, sides, area, and so on. So we have to measure the angles in a triangle. We have to measure sides in a triangle. We have to measure area, perimeter, and so on. Now it's clear? The word trigonometry is just nothing but measure of a triangle. So, what is an angle? An angle is nothing but the amount of rotation made by a line about a fixed point in anti-clockwise sense or clockwise sense. Now, you see, let us consider the line where O is the fixed point and PB any point on the line O contains. If OP rotates in anti-clockwise sense or clockwise sense about a fixed point O. Suppose the OP is rotating in anti-clockwise sense about a fixed point O. Now, the rotation will be something like this about a fixed point O. Like this. We'll take any point on the final line where the rotation ends, be some capital A. Now, OP and OA are the two rays formed. So, the amount of rotation made by OP about a fixed point in anti-clockwise sense forms an angle. Forms an angle. Now, in clockwise sense, now you take something like this. Still, it refers an angle. Refers an angle. Let us consider any point on the final line, B, capital B. Now, the amount of rotation made by OP about a fixed point in anti-clockwise sense or clockwise sense refers an angle. So, the angle is nothing but the amount of rotation made by a line about a fixed point is referred as an angle in anti-clockwise sense or clockwise sense. Here, the angle is starting at this line. Such a line is called as initial line. Such a line is called as initial line, where the rotation ends at these lines OA and OB. Such a lines are called as terminal lines. Terminal line. And this is also called as terminal line. Therefore, the angle is nothing but the amount of rotation made by a line is referred as an angle in anti-clockwise sense or clockwise sense. Now, what is the second definition of this? Now, you see, here OA and OP are two rays are meeting at one point or joining at one point. So, we can say that the union of the two rays OA and OP with the common endpoint forms an angle, and OP and OB also meeting at one point, joining at one point. Therefore, the union of the two rays with the common endpoint still forms an angle. Now, the second definition of the angle is the union of the two rays with the common endpoint is also referred as an angle. Now, what is the first definition? The first definition is the amount of rotation made by a line. The second definition is the union of the two rays with the common endpoint forms an angle. In general, the angles are represented in capital letters or in Greek letters. The capital letters are like capital A, comma capital B, comma capital C, and so on, etc. Or the Greek letters something like theta, alpha, beta, gamma, and so on, etc. So, the representation of the angles like in capital letters, capital A, capital B, capital C, and so on, this is called as the Greek letters theta, alpha, beta, gamma, and so on. Now it's clear? Here, the most common angles are, the first one is acute angle, and second one is right angle, and next one is obtuse angle. The most common angles these are. Now, what is the acute angle? The acute angle is nothing but the angle which lies between 0 to 90 degrees. That is 0 degree to 90 degree. That is 0 degree is less than some theta is less than 90 degree. Is called as acute angle. Is called as acute angle. Now, what is the right angle? If theta is exactly is equals 90 degrees, then it is called as right angle. Right angle. If the angle is greater than by 90 degrees and less than by 180 degrees is called as obtuse angle. Obtuse angle. Therefore, the most common angles are, first one is acute angle, second one is right angle, and next one is obtuse angle. The acute angle is nothing but the angle lies between 0 degree and 90 degree. Right angle exactly is equals 90 degrees. Obtuse angle is 90 degrees to 180 degrees. Now it's clear, these are the most common angles. And more angles like complementary angles and supplementary angles. What are complementary angles and what are supplementary angles? Let us, if A comma B are two angles, then if A and B satisfies this relation, that is the sum of the two angles is equals how much? 90 degrees. Then they are called to be complementary angles. And if A plus B is equals 180 degrees, that is the sum of angles is equals 180 degrees, then they are called to be supplementary angles. And A plus B is equals how much? 90 degrees. Then we can write A is equals 90 degrees minus B. Then the angle 90 degrees minus B is called to be a complement of A. And B is equals, we can write something like 90 degrees minus A. Then 90 degrees minus A is called to be complement of the angle B. Here, A plus B is equals 180 degrees. then we can write A as 180 degrees minus B. Then 180 degrees minus B is called to be a supplement of A. And B is equals how much? 180 degrees minus A. Then we call 180 degrees minus A is called supplement of B. Finally, what are the complementary angles? What are the supplementary angles? If sum of the angles is equals 90 degrees, then they are called to be complementary angles. If sum of the angles is equals 180 degrees, then they are called to be supplementary angles. Now it's clear? Right, thank you.